Are you curious about how psychology research is conducted? This video explores the methods and principles that guide psychological investigations. Discover the essential components of research methodology and ethics in psychology. The aim of this unit is to equip learners with knowledge of research and methodology in psychology. It introduces statistics and how they interact with research methods. Topics include design considerations, counterbalancing, and hypothesis testing. Ethical standards are crucial for psychological research. Familiarity with the APA or BPS ethical codes is essential. The scientific method involves empirical methods, objectivity, and replicability. It is essential for theory construction and hypothesis testing. Empirical methods refer to gathering data through observation or experimentation. In psychology, this could include lab experiments, case studies, surveys, or longitudinal studies. Objectivity means researchers must remain unbiased, avoiding personal opinions or expectations from influencing results. Standardized procedures help maintain this. Replicability ensures that other researchers can repeat the study and achieve similar results, strengthening the reliability of findings. Psychology is validated as a science through peer review. This is the process where other experts in the field evaluate a researcher's work before it is published. It checks for accuracy, originality, and scientific rigor, ensuring only valid and reliable findings enter the academic record. Peer review helps filter out flawed or unethical studies, reinforcing the credibility of psychology as a discipline. Reliability and validity are key concerns. Reliability refers to the consistency of results. A reliable measure will yield the same outcome if repeated under identical conditions. Validity is about whether a test measures what it claims to measure. For example, an intelligence test must actually assess intelligence, not just memory or language skills. Ethical issues include respect, competence, and integrity. Respect means valuing participants' dignity and rights, including informed consent, privacy, and the right to withdraw. Competence requires psychologists to work within their limits of expertise and stay professionally updated. Integrity demands honesty and transparency in research, avoiding deception unless justified and ensuring accurate reporting of results. Ethical issues with human participants include informed consent and debriefing. Research aims and variables must be clearly defined. Standardized procedures control extraneous variables. Validity encompasses internal, external, and ecological aspects. Ethical guidelines ensure participant protection. Hypotheses can be directional or non-directional. A pilot study is often conducted to refine hypotheses. Repeated measure designs and independent groups are common experimental designs. Counterbalancing helps control order effects. Random allocation is used to minimize bias. Experimental designs include lab and field experiments. Natural and quasi-experiments have unique challenges. Manipulation of the independent variable is crucial. Demand characteristics and participant variables must be controlled. Single and double-blind designs enhance realism. Sampling techniques are vital for research validity. Sampling refers to the process of selecting participants from a larger population. The way this is done can greatly affect how valid and generalizable the results are. A valid sample ensures that the conclusions drawn from the study accurately reflect the wider population. Random and stratified sampling are common methods. Random sampling involves selecting participants purely by chance, giving every individual in the population an equal probability of being chosen. This reduces selection bias and supports external validity. Stratified sampling involves dividing the population into subgroups, strata, based on shared characteristics, age, gender, ethnicity, and then randomly sampling from each stratum. This ensures each subgroup is proportionately represented, improving representativeness. Systematic sampling and volunteer bias are considerations. Systematic sampling selects participants at regular intervals from an ordered list, every fifth person. It's simple but can introduce bias if the list has an underlying pattern. Volunteer bias arises when participants self-select into the study, which may result in a sample that is not representative. For example, volunteers might be more motivated, educated, or interested in the topic than the general population. The sample must represent the population of interest. Representativeness is key to ensuring findings can be generalized. If certain groups are under or overrepresented, the study's conclusions may not apply to the broader population. Researchers often use demographic data to ensure their sample mirrors the population in relevant aspects. Ethical guidelines govern participant selection. Selection must be fair and non-discriminatory. Participants should be recruited with informed consent and not coerced. Vulnerable groups, children, individuals with mental health issues, require special ethical consideration and often additional safeguards. The BPS Code of Ethics covers informed consent and deception. Participants have the right to withdraw from studies. Protection from harm and confidentiality are paramount. Ethics committees oversee research proposals. Debriefing is essential after participation. Research design principles ensure systematic and ethical investigations. Clear research aims provide direction. Hypotheses must be testable and based on theory. Independent and dependent variables clarify relationships. Operationalization ensures consistency in procedures. Controlling extraneous variables is crucial for internal validity. Random assignment and matching are common methods. Holding variables constant enhances reliability. Randomization minimizes bias in group allocation. These controls strengthen the study's conclusions. Replicability ensures findings are credible and reliable. Transparent reporting of methods is essential. Other researchers must be able to replicate studies. Replicability enhances the credibility of scientific knowledge. Clear methodological details are crucial. Ethical research respects participant rights. Pilot studies test the feasibility of research designs. They help identify potential issues before full implementation. Pilots refine procedures and methods. They contribute to the validity of research. Conducting a pilot study is a crucial step in research planning. A data analysis plan outlines statistical methods to be used. It details how data will be processed and which statistical techniques, t-tests, AOVA, will be applied. It may also include data cleaning, coding, and software tools. It aligns with research questions and hypotheses. Each method must directly address a research question or hypothesis, ensuring relevance and focus in the analysis. The plan ensures systematic data interpretation. Having a clear plan reduces bias and supports consistent, objective, and reproducible results. Statistical tests must be appropriate for the data. The type and distribution of data determine which tests are valid. Misuse can lead to errors and invalid conclusions. A well-defined plan enhances research validity. It improves accuracy, transparency, and credibility, supporting both internal and external validity. The scientific method guides both experimental and descriptive research. It involves observation, hypothesis formulation, and experimentation. Data collection and analysis are systematic. Conclusion drawing is based on empirical evidence. This method ensures objectivity and replicability. Experimental research establishes cause and effect relationships. It manipulates independent variables while measuring dependent ones. Rigorous control over variables is essential. Randomization and statistical analysis are key. This research type tests hypotheses effectively. Descriptive research provides detailed accounts of phenomena. It involves observation and data collection. This research type is non-experimental. Descriptive studies explore new areas and generate hypotheses. They inform experimental research by identifying patterns. The scientific method connects experimental and descriptive research. Observations lead to hypothesis formulation. Experiments test hypotheses under controlled conditions. Descriptive research collects data to answer questions. Together, these methods advance scientific knowledge. In conclusion, the scientific method, experimental, and descriptive research are interconnected. They work together to provide a structured framework for systematic inquiry, allowing researchers to observe, test, and explain human behavior. These methods support the development of scientific knowledge. Descriptive methods gather foundational data, while experimental methods test cause and effect relationships, all guided by the scientific method. Understanding their interlinkage enhances research effectiveness. Knowing how they complement each other allows for better study design, clearer interpretation, and stronger conclusions. Together, they contribute to the advancement of psychology. By using these methods in harmony, psychologists can build reliable theories, inform practice, and improve human well-being through evidence-based insights. Thank you for watching.